Hello, this is my second video on the VGSF paperbacks. In this video I will be covering the 26 larger format VGSF paperbacks. They are either B or C format or perhaps something in between. I will start with the first two, and these are in alphabetical order of the author or editor. I could do it by production date, but I don't want to resort, and it would be very difficult if I did that for the A format paperbacks, which will be in later videos. So the first one is Robot Visions by Isaac Asimov, and also the second one, Robot Dreams by Isaac Asimov. As you see, sometimes the VGSF books also have the logo on the front cover. Not all by any means, but a few do. Two nice books, two nice collections of short stories, and by and large I prefer his robot stories to many of his other works. Next, Greg Bear. There are two books by Greg Bear. Eternity. You can see I've got a review slip there. And Queen of Angels. Again, a review slip. Can I just apologise for the fact that all of the books are in plastic bags, and I'm not removing the bags for the purposes of this video. The two Asimov books were subsequently issued as VGSF A format paperbacks. The Greg Bear books were first issued as mass market A format paperbacks by Legend. I don't know the reason for this. In my first video I mentioned the fact that Gollancz didn't always have the rights to the mass market format, or possibly they sold them on, though I think that is slightly unusual. So I think they just didn't have the rights to the A format paperbacks. Carrying on, the next one by John Brosnan. Again, I have a review slip there. That was subsequently reissued as a VGSF A format paperback. And can I apologise, I will occasionally look at the screen to my right so that I can confirm various bits of information as I go along. The next one is Egypt by John Crowley. This is probably one of the more difficult ones to find if you want to collect the large format VGSFs. This one, as far as I know, was never subsequently issued as a mass market A format paperback. Next, there are two Christopher Evans books. Mortal Remains and Aztec Century. Those were subsequently issued. Let me just check. Yeah. Aztec Century was subsequently issued as an A format VGSF paperback, but Mortal Remains was subsequently issued as an A format Vista paperback. If you remember in the first video I said that Vista was the follow-on from the VGSF run, and this is another example to confirm that observation. Next I have 4 books by edited by David Garnett. They are the 4 New Worlds books. First one, the second one, sorry, the next 2 are in one bag, number 3 and number 4. When I was just checking on the ISFDB to confirm I'd found everything and there wasn't anything that I'd missed or hadn't made mistakes, I discovered that they showed a 5th one in the series, which is not VGSF, and that was this book, New Worlds. This one again is shown as edited by David Garnett, consulting editor Michael Moorcock, and this is shown as the 5th book in the series. So while we're on New Worlds, I thought I'd also pull out my other 2 books, and I admit to being a little bit confused. This one is an Equinox paperback. It's edited by Michael Moorcock and Charles Platt, and it says #5 in the O there. So I don't know to what extent this might overlap with, have the same stories, or be totally different. I've never collected New Worlds, I'm not an expert, but I have one other New Worlds paperback, which is this one. It's a Flamingo paperback. It's an anthology edited by Michael Moorcock. So sorry about that diversion if you weren't interested, but that is the complete set of my New Worlds paperbacks. Carrying on, next book is The Difference Engine by William Gibson and Bruce Sterling. This is probably one of the easier ones to find of the larger format books. Next I have 3 books by Simon R. Green. Oh, sorry, I will just backtrack. The Difference Engine was subsequently reissued as a VGSF A format paperback. Going back to Simon Green, Blue Moon Rising, Blood and Honor, and Down Among the Dead Men. The Simon Green books were all reissued as A format VGSF paperbacks. The next one, well, the next 2 are by Douglas Hill. The Kalogi Conspiracy and the Fraxili Fracas. Again, I've got a review slip. Again, let me just check. Both of those were subsequently issued as A format VGSF paperbacks. Carrying on, the next one is Lavondis by Robert Holdstock. This is not an easy one to find, and as far as I can tell, this book was never issued as an A format paperback. Carrying on, I've then got two books by Paul Kearney. The Way to Babylon and A Different Kingdom. Sorry if the bags make him looking at it a little bit difficult. The two Paul Kearneys were both reissued as VGSF A format paperbacks. The next one is Paul Macaulay Fairyland, and as you can see, the way I show that books are signed, I put a little bit of paper inside the bag saying it's signed, and this was signed a few years ago by Paul for me. Paul Macaulay Fairyland. Now this was subsequently issued as an A format paperback as a Vista paperback. Again, so another example showing that Vista was the natural follow-on to the VGSF paperbacks. Next I have two Michael Scott Rohan books, Cloud Castles and The Gates of Noon. Those were both subsequently issued as A format VGSF paperbacks. The next one is Worlds of Wonder, an anthology edited by Robert Silverberg, and you can see some of the authors there that are inside. As far as I'm aware, this was never reissued as an A format paperback. And finally, the last one of the 26, Illusion by Paula Volsky. This one was subsequently issued as an A format VGSF paperback. That covers the 26 larger format books. As far as I'm aware, there was only one printing in this format of all of these books. I'm not aware of any second printings. If there was a subsequent book, it was published as an A format paperback. I hope you enjoyed this. Feel free to leave any comments or subscribe. Thank you. That's all.